To introduce our guest of honor, our partner in local government, and the champion of local autonomy, the Honorable Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. of the Philippine Senate.
Maraming salamat, Mayor Ramon Orfanel, for your very complete and thorough introduction. I'd like to greet the officers of the LMP, the LMP National President, the Honorable Strike Revilla. First of all, I would like to commend the leadership of the LMP, because I have noticed that since Mayor Strike has become your president, that the LMP has been very active. In the last LMP meeting, which was the LMP meeting that we had with the Mindanao, pag napapag-usapan po ang ating mga problema dito sa local government, in the past few weeks, what we have been concerned about has been the budget that was being written and the 4.3% reduction we are going to have in the year 2012. The era of any LGU is calculated from the national collections of 3 years ago. Lessening of our era by 4.3%, or the equivalent of about 13.6 billion pesos. That reduction has come about because of the reduction in collections in the year 2009. Talaga pong bumaba ang koleksyon ng ating pamahalaan dahil kung maalala ninyo, ang 2009, diyan nagsimula ang financial crisis, at nakikitang-kita naman na biglang maraming nagsara ng mga negosyo, maraming nawalan ng trabaho, kaya't ang ating koleksyon ay bumaba. Kagaya ng sinasabi ko kanina, nung nakaraang LMP meeting sa cluster nga ng Mindanao, ang aming napag-usapan ay paano gagawin upang paabutin sa ating pamahalaan, sa ating administrasyon, sa ating mga department secretary, sa ating mga legislator, kung paano paabot sa kanila, kung gaano kahalaga, gaano kaimportante ang serbisyo na ibinibigay ng local government, hindi masyadong mabawasan ang ira. During that meeting, I implored and I asked all of your colleagues, all of the other mayors, to help me in being able to restore that 4.3 reduction. And we do this by making representations to the President, making representations to the Secretary of the DILG, to our legislators during the budget, and all our economic planners, to explain to them precisely why it is so important that that reduction do not occur. And the explanation and the argument that we made for that was that with the economy growing only at close to about 3.5%, if we are lucky, maybe we will reach 4% this year. But if with the economy growing at a very low rate, you can see that the economy is not growing, therefore jobs are not available to our people. I am happy to report that of the 13.6 billion that was going to be the reduction for the year 2012, 6.5 billion will be restored to the local government. So halos kalahati lamang nung dapat na ibabawas ay naibalik natin sa 6.5 billion. The local government support fund will be availed of in this way. First of all of those who will apply to avail of the local government support fund will have to pass the test, or to have been given the seal of good housekeeping. It is a new feature that Secretary Robredo has introduced to the local government units. It is something that has been called different names, but presently it is now called the seal of good housekeeping. The focus of expenditure that is going to be given will be on infrastructure and also on economic enterprises. Because ang economic enterprises basically are projects, any form of projects, BOT, joint venture, that the LGU will have to come up with, and they will kailangan gagawa kayo ng application. That application will then be given to the DILG, and rather to the DBM, to see if it is a valid and it is going to be a money-making proposition, and if it is going to be of real help in your community, then that project will be approved. So in our discussions during the budget hearings, ay sinasabi dapat ninyong unahin na tulungan ang 4th, 5th, and 6th class. Dahil kahit papano, ang 4th, 5th, and 6th class ay laging talagang naghihingalo at talagang kailangan ng tulong. Those are the areas that, in my view, we need to return to. Because it is also unhealthy for an economy to grow in an imbalanced fashion. Kailangan sabay-sabay tayo at lahat ng serbisyo na pangangailangan ng hindi lamang ng mga consumer, kundi pati ang industriya ay nabibigyan ng pansin ng bawat sektor sa isang komunidad. This is very, very important. This is the side of all of that in the end, we will need the public investment, not only at the national level, but also at the local level. At the local level, you must start to take the initiatives for increasing public investment in these areas. Now, sa ating pinag-usapan, kung tutusin natin, tourism at saka trade, ano ang naging pangangailangan na pareho doon sa dalawa? As a matter of fact, if you look at any kind of public investment that we make in our local governments, in our local communities, what are the things that are in common? Sa ating pinag-usapan, two things: infrastructure and training or education. Kaya't sa aking pagpalagay, kung talaga pagpalalagahin ninyo ng husto ang inyong lugar, ay kailangan ninyong you must focus, kailangan ninyong bigyan ng pansin ang infrastructure. Ngayon, pag pinag-uusapan kadalasan ng infrastructure, pinag-uusapan lamang kalsada, building. Hindi lamang yun. Kailangan nyo rin pag-usapan ang kuryente. Kailangan nyo rin pag-usapan ang water supply. Kailangan nyo rin pag-usapan ang sewage, ang garbage collection, yung mga bagay-bagay na yan. That is part of the infrastructure. Without all of those basic things, alam ko, it's not very glamorous and it's not very exciting, but it is absolutely critical to the success of any local community that the local leaders also understand that public investment in the right places, in the infrastructure and in education will, in the end, bear fruit. So, sa pagsasama natin yan, with that partnership together, with a strong partnership that we have already begun to form between your Committee on Local Government in the Senate and all the local government officials, all the leadership of the different leagues, I am confident that we will be able to chart a path that will bring progress and economic development and therefore peace through trade and tourism to our local communities. Let us continue to work together because I am certain that between us, we have the talent, we have the means, and we certainly have the commitment to make our local communities a better place. Mabuhay po kayong lahat at maligaya pong Pasko sa inyo at inyong mga pamilya. Thank you and good evening.